Teaching a class of 28 students usually means preparing 4 different versions of every lesson, planning for reading groups, IEPs, and English language learners. Manually adjusting text complexity, rewriting questions, and sourcing translations for every single unit requires hours of extra prep time. It is a direct mathematical equation where diverse student needs lead to teacher exhaustion. To solve this, we use the dynamic leveler approach. This system allows you to take one core concept, like the water cycle, and generate 3 distinct versions that match your students' specific reading profiles while keeping the information identical. Before setting up this system, you need 3 things: a complex grade-level anchor text, an educational AI chatbot, and a specific struggling student. When you automate the mechanical process of rewriting text, you move from the role of a content editor to a facilitator. You get to spend your class time engaging the students instead of generating handout variations. Step 1 is sourcing your anchor content. Let's look at a 7th grade social studies unit on ancient Egypt. The text for this lesson is a primary source document, but the language is dense, 19th century English. It is inaccessible to students reading below grade level or those still learning the language. Step 2 is running the leveling engine. You take this exact primary source text and paste it directly into an AI platform. Then you apply a targeted prompt. You instruct the AI to generate 3 specific versions of the text simultaneously to meet the needs of your various reading groups. Version A provides a bridge for students with reading gaps by rewriting the text at a 3rd grade level. Version B maintains the 7th grade standard, but adds a word bank for 5 difficult terms. Version C provides a reach for advanced learners, adding critical thinking questions that connect the text to previous historical eras. In under 60 seconds, one prompt yields 3 precise tiers of rigor. The syntax and vocabulary scale up and down, but the core historical facts remain identical across all 3 versions. Step 3 is generating PowerUps. These are auxiliary language supports you can attach to your leveled texts to help students overcome specific barriers. Consider 2 new students who are still learning English. In a standard lesson, they are often cut off from the group discussion because they cannot access the academic vocabulary. You can prompt the AI to translate the text into their native language while strictly maintaining the English academic vocabulary, like pharaoh or dynasty. You can also ask the AI to generate a visual graphic organizer to pair with the reading. Step 4 is deploying these assets into digital spaces. A space is a dedicated digital environment created within an educational AI platform where students interact directly with the material. When you load your specific texts into one of these spaces, the AI acts as a one-on-one tutor. It guides the student through the reading, pausing to check comprehension, and adapting to their individual pace in real time. Pairing native language support with key academic terms creates a pathway for previously isolated students to engage in the same core content as their peers. Step 5 is the integrity audit. This is a vital check to ensure you aren't accidentally teaching false information. You must check for AI hallucinations, instances where the AI generates incorrect information while trying to simplify complex language. For example, it might accidentally alter a historical date or the name of a ruler. To audit the work, use a split-screen comparison. Place the original text on the left and the generated version on the right. Your goal isn't a line-by-line proofread, but a fast, targeted skim to verify specific names, dates, and locations match the original source. This workflow relies on the principle of pro-student use with supervision. You use technology to produce the content, but you remain the final authority on its accuracy. While AI handles the mechanical reformatting of the text, you remain the essential gatekeeper, ensuring the academic rigor and historical truth stay intact. You now have a complete, multi-tiered translated lesson package. What used to require hours of planning now takes exactly 1 minute of computer time. This brings us to the one student challenge. Think of the specific learner in your classroom who consistently struggles to access your grade-level reading materials. Take a passage you plan to use tomorrow, run it through this prompt, and hand that student the targeted version during your very next class session. Observe how their participation in the group discussion changes when the text they receive is one they can actually comprehend. Reducing the mechanical burden of differentiation allows you to reclaim planning hours while ensuring every student in the room is working with the same core ideas.